And we begin this Sunday morning with hope of a deal in the Middle East. President Trump posting this on Truth Social last night. We have just been asked by Iran and other Middle Eastern countries to hold off on any other attacks as the perimeters of a deal have been agreed to. This would include the immediate, complete, and total opening of the Hormuz Strait and an end to Iran's nuclear threat. Based on this request, I have agreed, for the future benefit of the world and likewise the survival of a successful and prosperous Iran, to cancel the attack. Subject to being able to rapidly make a deal, the country of Israel joins me in this commitment, writes the commander-in-chief. This comes after the president posted a picture on Truth Social of F-15 fighter jets Saturday, suggesting that new strikes were on the way. It followed Iran launching a surprise attack on U.S. troops in Jordan last week, which killed 4 service members and triggered sharp retaliatory attacks from the president and the Trump administration. Here's President Trump at Camp David on Friday.
Well, I think we just want to win. We just want to win. We're doing very well. We're trying to be nice as you can be in a situation like that. But they're being decimated, frankly. These people are crazy, so they cannot have a nuclear weapon, and they won't.
The president is seeking a $1.5 trillion defense budget in 2027, and lawmakers are still working on a supplemental defense package of around $69 billion to reload and replenish a drawn-down stockpile of weapons as a result of this war. Joining me now is the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee and combat veteran Brian Mast. Mr. Chairman, great to have you this morning, and thank you so much for your service to this great nation.
Thank you, as always.
Let me first ask you to get your reaction to the president holding off on any more attacks right now on Iran if the deal is agreed upon. I feel like we've been here before. Are you buying the Iranians saying that the perimeters of a deal have been reached? Because already I've seen some propaganda from Iran media saying we never agreed to such a thing. Your reaction?
The propaganda you're talking about is real. That took place. I have never in my life witnessed a time where Iran has given me a reason to trust them. Not once ever. So, of course, always skeptical about anything that they say. President Trump always giving Iran an opportunity to have an off-ramp from being destroyed. But at the same time, he's re-educating Iran that what went on for the last 47 years, where every single month they try to kill us, kill our people at least 10 times a month. That's the average. That comes to an end. If they do anything to us, if they break deals, they're being re-educated that he will respond disproportionately and make sure they stop breathing.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the first president to take this on after 47 years of attacks and harassment from Iran. President Trump actually took this on, and this is a huge thing. But let me read you what the Iranians are saying on their own media this morning, saying Iran directly rejects Trump's new claim that Iran has asked for a deal and seeks to agree to it by reopening the Strait of Hormuz. There is no agreement regarding the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, adding the U.S.-backed Qatari proposal to reopen the Strait of Hormuz is false, and Israeli Channel 12's claim that Iran's foreign minister accepted the deal is also false. What are we supposed to believe, since every time we are close to a deal, Iranian media smashes it down?
I think it's important to understand the dynamic of the Middle East, the Gulf area, and Iran very specifically. Their most important commodity is projection of strength. And so anytime that something comes out that they interpret as, well, if the world believes that, they're going to think that we're weak. They're going to think that we don't have this strength. They work to lie about it, to deny it, to say that it's not the truth. That's what takes place every time. But I can tell you, I can't tell you the specifics of what goes on in classified rooms, but I can tell you that every time the president speaks about making a deal, it's because he's in contact with Iran.
Well, let's talk about what you and your colleagues can do. I know that you have already passed the Save America Act 5 times in the House. We are waiting on the Senate, not only for the Save America Act, but for the NDAA, for the president's $1.5 trillion defense budget, for the supplemental. Where does all of this stand now that we know we have literally a couple of days left for the Senate before they leave for recess? They're not coming back from September until September 14th. And then when that happens, it's all about the midterm elections.
There is no better way to put it than to say the ball is in the Senate's court. All of these items, the Save America Act, the NDAA, everything else, the Stop Trading Act, All of these things moved out of the House of Representatives, and it's Democrats largely that oppose this over in the Senate. So it's on them to move this forward so it can go to the president's desk and become real law that makes a difference to Americans.
So tell me about. Well, I mean, you know the military better than anybody. You are a combat veteran and fought hard for this country. What do you want to say in terms of the money needed to replenish our stockpiles right now after this war?
Every minute that goes by where the Senate doesn't move this to the president's desk, it affects our readiness. It affects our ability to go out there and manufacture and produce the weapon systems that we need or need to replenish or replace parts on our ships, on our aircrafts, on anything else. Every moment that they delay, it's hurting the readiness of our service members, Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, Space Force, you name it. If they want to take care of our troops, they have to take care of the NDAA immediately.
Yeah, well, what is the problem in the Senate? I mean, Congressman, last week I saw that Tom Tillis and John Cornyn were both trying to upend the president's agenda by saying that they're worried about the anti-weaponization fund. They don't even want to support him in his new, in the official AG naming of Todd Blanche. Is this all sour grapes because the president did not support John Cornyn and Tom Tillis? That's what it looks like.
I wouldn't say it's just one sour grape. It's many sour grapes. You outlined that one really well. There's another sour grape in there that, of course, Democrats in the Senate, anything that supports the President Trump prosecuting the war that Iran has had against us for all these decades, anything that the president does or that they do to support that, Democrats will not support it all. Doesn't matter that it also takes care of the troops. If it supports ending Iran, who has been attacking us, they will not support it. If it supports making sure that there's free, fair elections in the United States of America, they will not support us. So there's a number of sour grapes there. You laid out that one very well.
Anything you want to say about this upcoming Michigan primary coming up this week? We're talking about the Senate recess week agenda in focus and this new test that's going to be playing out this week in Michigan. Will they go moderate or will they go further into the left to the extremists in the Democrat Party in Michigan?
I was raised in Michigan, but I can't tell you exactly which way they're going to go. What I can identify is that the Republican Party has a very clear difference for the future of America, and that is always lower taxes, always American workers first, always free, fair elections for the American citizen. Those are the things that we put forward, lower prescription drug prices, you name it. That's the Republican Party. What's the Democrat platform? Take all of those things away.
Well, we're going to be watching this. Great analysis there.